Mamy bedroll.
It's hard
Nie
to
zdążymy
sleep easy
pójść.
these days, what with everything that's happened. Zolf, very soon the kid's gonna have to face that man again, for the last time.
Żółw.
They met on the worst day of Zolf's life. There in the Hanging Gardens, he aimed to throw it all away. It wasn't the first time Zolf had nothing to lose. He was born to a simple Ura couple who didn't last long before plague took him. He grew up hungry in the tunnels of the Tassel terminals, so he took to stealing from a Ceylonian missionary living there. He once got sloppy with his thieving hands. The missionary caught him, but didn't rat him out. Instead, he offered to take him in. That missionary raised Zolf like a gentleman, like he was his own son. Taught him theology, history, and mercy. When the missionary passed away, Zolf promised to continue his work, to bring about a lasting peace between the Ura and Ceylandia. Zolf started teaching the missionaries wisdom to any Ura who would listen, and listen they did. He advocated tolerance and argued that the Ura should atone for the war. He believed the city had much to teach his people.
Kurwa, nie trafiłem. O, dobra.
However, Zolf felt he could only do so much in the Tassel terminals. He needed Ceylandia to know the Ura had changed. He decided to do what the missionary did many years before. He left the city of his youth to brave a savage land. It's all
Nie
right.
tam przycisnąłem.
but he knew how to fend for himself. And then at last, Zolf saw the rippling walls on the horizon. He endeared himself to city folk straight away, and in turn he fell in love with the city and its people. One in particular. This young lady was fascinated by the Ura, but she never met anyone like Zolf. She told him she knew all the city's best-kept secrets.
Chyba nic poza tą.
The Hanging Gardens was their favorite spot. It was there that Zolf clasped her hands and proposed in proper Ceylandian style. He celebrated with his friends long into the night. Joy and revelry like he'd never seen. Too bad he couldn't remember it all. He woke up alone underground inside the Ura Ceylandian War Memorial, built like an Ura den. But something was wrong.
Nie to!
He emerged from that hole in the ground into a waking nightmare. Everything that wasn't gone was twisted upside down. The world was frozen,
Jeszcze dwa?
air thick with ash. What few faces he saw on the street stared back at him with gray and vacant eyes. He found his wife-to-be asleep inside her home, but when he reached out to her, she joined with all the ashes in the sky. And so Zolf returned to where he proposed in the Hanging Gardens. And there he stood, as if the gods were...
Zobaczymy, by the way, Za przejście snu z 5 lub więcej bożkami. Dostałem kolejny
The
achievement.
kid's gonna be okay.
Za przejście
As
każdego
for that
snu.
man, who knows?
Co jest repro? O. A, bo to skoczyliśmy tak.
They knew everything, even if it cost them. Never thought I'd see that
Kolejny
thing
achievement dostałem.
completed. Not in this life.
Zrobienie 100% właśnie tomu w tym. Ile mamy? 1500.
He put some finishing touches on the business end of that thing.
Dobra, idziemy na ostatnią mapę. I kończymy tą grę dzisiaj.
The Tazzle terminals, all that's left of the Ura civilization, and the last stop on his little journey.
Bo trzeba rozstać dokładnie.
I can't hear him at all anymore. He's too far away. But he'll be all right. Just needs to get that shard from Zolf and come on home. The calamity hit the Tazzle terminals hardest of all. You know why Zolf went back there. The place was his home. All his old friends and family were there. Taken by the calamity. Zolf must be there all alone, just waiting. You know what's funny? We're waiting. All of us are waiting for a kid.
Ta gra ma 4 różne zakończenia ogólnie, nie? W zależności od tego, jaki się wybór tam daje na końcu.
Look around. There's not much left to do here in the Bastion, I'm afraid. So why not tell each other stories to pass the time, right? But Zia, there's another reason I've been telling you all this. When the kid brings back that shard, the Bastion will be complete. This disease the Era planted here will go away. What happens to Zolf will no longer matter.
Ty w ogóle skończyłaś tą grę?
Zealandia will be whole again. Everything will be back to normal. Everyone will be all right. Problem is, we'll all be gone.
Na mojej kopii grałaś.
Oh, we're not just stop. Things will go back to the way they used to be. That's the power of the Bastion. This whole place is a living record of the times before the calamity. The way things were before this story. Good times, right?
Fajnie, że na samym końcu gry nauczyłeś się skakać.
You be your old self again. Think of all those times that didn't go your way. All of life's little setbacks. Imagine if you could have another go at them.
O, 7 level. Ups.
No mistakes. Anyone you've ever heard. Everything you've ever done, you could do it over. And wouldn't that be grand? Wouldn't you agree? I guess there's nothing more to say. Come
Kurwa.
on, keep your chin up. Who am I kidding? Look, there's something else. A confession.
Kurwa, jak się wcisnąłem z spacji.
How come I know so much about the Bastion? Well, I designed the place, but that's beside the point.
No doskoczę tam.
There's one problem with a place that sets things back to a bygone time. You can't test it. So you're probably wondering if the calamity happened already. What's to stop it from happening again after the Bastion does its thing? The answer is,
Nic.
I don't know.
Już odpowiedź mordo, dzięki.
You're wondering if there ain't some other way out of this mess. It's all right. I can tell. But why would you even want another way? Unless you wanted to stay here with us. Well, that's sweet and all, but I don't know if I can stick around.
Teraz będzie moja ulubiona broń, widzowie. O, to i ona.
The weight of the calamity. It's on our shoulders. We can't just let it go. Bastion does have another function. Strictly speaking, if ever the monument blew out and we couldn't repair it, we could still evacuate. First, we'd round up as many folks as we could carry. Next, we'd detonate the cores, and we'd take off away from here.
Trzeba popatrzeć, czy nie ma więcej tych, bo nie wszystkie ten znalazłem materiały.
Heavy, ain't it?
Dziecko, co idzie z taranem w ręku.
Of course, that would mean no going back. Ever. But then again, that way all of us could leave the city. Together.
No, no.
You know, Zolf and his countrymen won't be giving up that shard without a fight, don't you?
No niestety nie da się biegać z tym szybciej. To jest max prędkość.
Zolf and the Ura. All they want now is to see the Bastion fall. Zolf dedicated his life to lasting peace between the Ura and Caelondia. He can't have imagined the city would try to wipe the Ura out. Zolf ain't lost every shred of decency, though, has he? He tried to warn you about his plans. He tried to warn the kid. For Zolf, this ain't a personal matter.
Dobra, szefuncie pokonany. Teraz będę potrzebował podnosić trochę apteczek. Dobra, powinno być git.
One thing's for sure. The Ura can't be happy that the kid followed Zolf all the way home.
O nie, biją żółwia. I to mamy pierwszy z dwóch wyborów. Można zostawić go i iść sobie bez niego. I dalej iść z moją ulubioną bronią, albo wziąć ze sobą żółwia, ale zostawić broni.
I can see it now. The kid in one corner, and Zolf in the other. Ain't much of a fight. Don't you worry, though. Once the Bastion's restored, it'll all be all right. You ain't still thinking about that whole leaving the city thing, are you?
To jest bardzo sad.
Kid's probably dealt with Zolf by now. It reminds me of myself when I was his age. I ever tell you about those days? Hey, kid. Get up, kid. Come on, that ain't funny. I say get up. That's more like it. Now, set that shard into the monument there. Then we'll talk. The Bastion.
Przestawaj.
It's finally finished. Now, there's something I want you to see. Welcome to the heart of the Bastion. I ain't one for long goodbyes, so here's the deal. Zia and I figure you done the heavy lifting, so you get to do the honors. We can tell you how to work this thing if you got any questions. Hey, kid. You can undo the calamity here and now. Go on, kid. And before I forget, thank you. Always wondered what the motherland was like. Not that it matters anymore.
No tutaj macie napisane, co dokładnie pyta się postać, nie?
Zolf only brought more ruin to the Ura.
Co, nie mówię tego na końcu, żebyście musieli obejrzeć wszystko jeszcze raz. I se pauzować, kiedy klikam.
You've got one thing left to do. So you
Wcale.
hang on to that badge. Besides, you earned it. Don't let anything you've done get to you. You can save all those creatures here and now.
Możliwe, że czasami za szybko przeklikałem, to sobie będziecie musieli też zwolnić. No, pierwszy raz słyszymy kolejnego Pruszuruksa.
So, let's see. You can either prevent the calamity, or stick around with me and Rex. I'd hate to be in your shoes. If I could be any place I wanted, I'd stay right here. We could go anywhere in the world. Zulf tried to talk me into joining him. I tried to talk him out of it. I guess we both failed. When I finally found my people, I told them we could help. They just took me for a traitor. Glad you showed up. Any moment I'd want to live again happened after the calamity, not before.
A teraz możemy wybrać, czy po prostu lecieć dalej w świat, czy zresetować świat, no i ten na nowo. Widzisz, to jest bardzo śmieszne, bo gra chce, żebyś najpierw użył tego. Więc tak zrobimy.
It's finished. Now, sit tight. It'll be over soon. No matter what happens next, you're done good. I suppose all that's left is to try and remember this moment. The Bastion's gonna take us back to a better time before any of this. Might be we'll forget everything you've done and each other. Though after all we've been through, I find that hard to believe. So long, kid. Maybe I'll see you in the next one. Ceylandia, we're coming home.
Ta piosenka, którą śpiewa teraz ziomek, to śpiewa Zulf. I nazywa się Coming Home chyba, jeśli dobrze pamiętam. No żółw. No jest żółw ze swoją dziewczyną, znaczy narzeczoną. Bo cofnęliśmy czas, więc znowu się spotkali. Znowu są razem. Jest Zia grająca koncert na harfi. Jest dzieciak, który buduje na murach, czyli w wojsku znowu. Jest to Rux, który buduje Bastion. Super Giant Games znani są najbardziej z Hadesa, ale inne gry też mieli zajebiste, z wyjątkiem jednej, bo mi się nie podobała. Grało się w piłkę, ale nie przepadam. Szczególnie, że oni zrobili to bardzo dziwnie. Dziwne sterowanie było. Dobra, chyba starczy, nie? Więcej nic tam nie ma. No from Game Plus, begin the journey with all your weapons and XP, new shrine idols, all Bastion structures built in any order, use the shrine for the toughest challenge. No i teraz mamy właśnie New Game Plus. A tego nie widziałem. A, no to nieważne. New Game Plus, nie? Jak zaczyna się nową grę Plus, tylko wam pokażę, nie będę grał.
I'll see you in the next one. Proper story is supposed to start at the beginning. Ain't so simple with this one. Now here's a kid whose whole world got all twisted, leaving him stranded on a rock in the sky. He gets up, sets off for the Bastion, where everyone agreed to go in case of trouble.
Ciekawe czy będzie teraz, nie pamiętam gdzie to dokładnie było.
Ground forms up under his feet as it point in the way. He don't stop to wonder why. Finds his lifelong friend just lying in the road. Well, it's a touching reunion. He sees what's left of the rippling walls, years of work undone in an instant, in the calamity. That a survivor? No, ma'am. It's a gas fella, forced out from underground. Kid pops him good. Starts to feel his bruises, though. An old repeater falls out of the sky. Ain't a gift from the gods, but it'll have to do. Gotta hold her still to spin up the chamber. Kid's worked up quite a thirst by now, so that fountain looks real inviting. Sometimes you just need a drink. Kid finds a memento from a girl he knew. Always used to fancy her. A school of squirts tunnels up around him. He sets foot inside one of Celandia's famous watering holes. Wait, haven't I?
O co wam chodziło?
Rhonda's place just brings back memories.
Wait, haven't I? Chodzi o to, że już to opowiedział, ale że cofnęliśmy czas i wszystko wróciło z powrotem. Więc ma teraz déjà vu, nie?
The security takes him for a petty thief. Special delivery. Gas fellas. Windbags start turning up for last call. More squirts start coming out of the woodwork. A big old fella pops out in front of the kid. Kid sees the way to the Bastion out the window.
No, więc teraz chodzi o to, że opowiada drugi raz, więc ma jakby déjà vu, nie? Że już to opowiadał.
Kid spies a good perch for some target practice. He knows he should draw the string all the way back. Good news is the emergency defenses still work. Bad news is they're aiming for the kid. Picks up a few pointers from a dusty old tome.
No to ja mówię, że gra chce ogólnie, żeby właśnie wybrać restart na początku, bo opowiada w ten sposób, nie?
He finds the distillery, right next to the arsenal. Tough part of town. One sip of the spirits in that distillery, and the kid'll feel like a new man.
Critical chance, damage, one chance to carry on. Trudno. To. Może być.
The arsenal's where the kid can pick the best tools for the job.
Skończymy ten pierwszy poziom tutorialowy.
Some of them squirts buzzing like crazy in a couple
Kończę
of
też
corners.
streama.
An old ferry barge sends the kid on his way. The Bastion's real close now. Kid takes a chunk of alloy. The smell of barley and spoiled blueberries fills the air. Scumbags. Kid maybe shouldn't have done what he just did. Robs a scumbag of his last meal. Kid puts him out of his misery.
Ano.
He finds the core to the wharf district. He steals the city's heart. Might as well. Kid has a feeling he better get a move on. The place is starting to fall. Down he goes. Down toward the Bastion.
Tak, można skipnąć wszystkie, po prostu spaść.
Now the kid sees something stranger still. His mind
Nie trzeba
races.
było tam iść do końca.
Did anybody else survive? Sure enough, he finds another. He finds me. There's a bit of the Bastion's power in that crest. Enough to point the way to the cores.
No. Koniec końców i tak musi zaskoczyć na dół.
All I tell him is to set that core of his on the monument there. Then watch. I try to let the kid down gently. This is the Bastion, all right. Except no one else showed up. And just like that, the Bastion comes alive. Starts growing again. Growing stronger. Kid's gotta put its power to good use. Now the Bastion can send him even farther into the wild unknown. Kid ponders what to build.
Najpierw Forge.
A lot of things.
Chociaż i tak nie będę mógł.
in this world, and we can start right
O, mogę
here.
jednak. O, No, nawet nie wiedziałem.
Ain't that the finest breaker's bow we ever seen?
Dobra. To tyle. Guys, peace.